This poem was Patrick's first. He wrote this poem about a student that he worked with at Harvey Milk Civil Rights Academy before I started working there. And he told me about this kid. I heard the poem, and I grew up in East Oakland. I witnessed my first murder right here, that far away, when I was 8 years old. And after I heard him say this poem, and then we made the same team, I felt like, yo, it would be valid if we did this poem together. So this is what got us to the final stage last year. Yeah.
He was crazy again today. Would raise his head from his homework with this unwavering, don't fuck with me grin. This grin that says,
I dare you, motherfucker! Make me do this math problem!
And then he would slam his head against the table and look up at me and say,
it's fun. You should try it.
I realize working with 10-year-olds is a lot more complex than most people think, especially when the student in front of you has seen things that make him walk like he's 30, things that wrinkle his hands so each rivet holds a story, things most people will only see in the movies. This student will not pull to the surface these things he's seen.
Not right now.
Not with me. He will never tell me about the murder.
And I wonder
how a fourth grade mind records things that soldiers are trained for. He has not been brainwashed to create cubby holes in which to stuff these gory images.
How many armies
Around the world, conscript 10-year-olds. Does the vision of death become written on his classmates' faces?
when they make their fingers into guns?
Is that why his day was crazy?
Were the ghosts haunting him again?
Does the bloody scene manually pass through his mind's eye like a strobe-lit Polaroid? Is that why he bounces his head off the table to shake those pictures loose? There's so many questions and I can't ask him any of them.
And his classmates, they don't know.
They see just another kid.
But somehow they
figured out that he's dealing with something else, that his bad days are not like theirs. And when his teacher harps on him about homework,
he doesn't have very much to say.
I guess those math problems just don't measure up as something to worry about. He doesn't care much for personal status.
But does take so much pleasure in getting those bright gold stars that go next to the list of names of people who share his table.
When he drags me into class to show me this gold star, he says,
"See, Patrick, that was because of me."
And I feel him saying,
"See, I belong, and they appreciate me, and this I understand. But what I don't understand is an outstretched arm, barely grazing the back of her head. I don't understand the gunshot. I don't understand why the body fell. I don't understand the sound of blood on the concrete, but I do understand that more gold stars means more candy and smiles for the kids at my table."
When I come into his class and see this circle of smiling faces, I know he has found a place where he belongs. No longer a stranger amongst his peers, having to be haunted by the murder.
All of my life.
I know that one day he will have to talk about it.
One day,
Slamming his head against the table will no longer work to shake those pictures loose. And when that day comes and those stories begin to fly from his mouth like feathers falling from the sky, I have a feeling that someone will be there to catch them. The first day I sat to tutor with him, his principal said,
"Be so gentle with this one. Don't push too hard."
Why is it? The rougher someone has been treated, then the more tender they can be. Maybe with a rock-hard shell to protect him from those bullets, he has realized how soft he is underneath, just wanting to be another